Beautiful people, today we are ranking the best defenders in all of FC 25, and there might be more than 1,000 defenders 95 rated or higher. It's gotten ridiculous. I took the who's who, the big names, a lot of the rotations, and all that we ask is that you consider subscribing and turn on some notifications as we build to FC 26. And as per usual, we have top 10 extra broken, rank 1 in foot champs. Put in the comments your backline. All day with the 99 pace. I still like him as rank 1. Laurent Blanc, the upgrades are upgrading. The competition is severe. It's serious. Cafu, I'm again conflicted. He has a higher rated item, but you can't play him as a defender. And this 93 has put in so many minutes, but you wouldn't want to run him currently. It just doesn't feel right. It's not sitting well with me to put him into foot champs. I'm still giving him rank 1 for the amount of longevity. If you want to come after me in the comment section, I'll hear you loud and clear. Sol Campbell, we have an interesting rapport. He's given up more penalty kicks than any other center back that I've used over the course of the last few iterations and installments. Still giving him rank 1. Cannavaro, unfortunately undersized CBs in particular. I'm a heightist with that position. I just think it limits you with the meta. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Santa Claus, I like him. You might love him. I think we can all appreciate something about a footies. And apparently no one is getting out of foot champs or rank 1. Will Desai be the guy? I'm okay with it. Let's get him into broken. Extra physical, route 1, does the business. Nothing extracurricular. He doesn't have the flair trait. You're not getting razzle dazzle. He's gonna go brute, shoulder to shoulder, chest out, great posture, and he's getting stuck in. An old school center back. Shalaba. I'm okay with broken. We're leaning him up. I don't know that he deserves it, but 6'4", double 5-star, FIFA Club World Cup. Hard to find this item. You usually pay a little bit of a premium in general. And there's quite a few players. If you're not up to date with the ecosystem and how it works in the FC community across the board, the market movements, some of these prices might not make sense because you're paying for rarity. You're not necessarily paying for deliverables. And I mean that respectfully. Miss Charles, what a cheap SBC. I think this was 70, 80,000 coins. I don't think I'm guaranteeing her extra broken, which could be a ridiculous statement, but that's my first go-to, and we can adjust at the end of the video, and we always do. There's a review session. This is me teasing that. Beckenbauer is back, and in this case, he's likely to go to the bench. I'll put him into a foot champs, but I would say that you have better center backs in your lineup, or you evoed, or you improved, and I won't get into a ton of permutations around the evolutions, but I might mention with a few of these players that there has been some solid optionality. Jonathan David, not a position that we asked for, but he still will do some bruising. Eriksson, if you run her as a fullback, I still struggle to not have her as broken, even without track record, previous history. You're getting a bunch of play styles. Anticipate, bruiser, block. That's a trifecta. And you can use her in either fullback role. This is where I'm at. Lucy Bronze, at least extra broken. Definitely better than the other lady upgrades that are at least on the board thus far. And any of the players before mentioned. Bomb Pastor, I have a sweet spot, and I feel that I'm good with the green. I'm touching grass, I'm throwing grass, I'm scoring goals. Most of you will lean her into a rank 1, so I'll go with the macro, but I thought about even a potential broken. Emmanuel, big body center back, not a lot of track record, not a lot of proof of concept. If you want them higher, I'll hear your... We can do a full-on review as long as it's all respectful. Carlos Alberto, always a combo option as a fullback or a center back. Bring together a squad full of Brazilians, good things are going to happen. Bacha, even at a 97, I don't think this is it. I mean that with love and respect. Alphonso Davies, the athlete of all athletes. Even without the best combination of play styles, he just seems to be everywhere. He's not out of the picture. And with the fullbacks, if you have this level of chase back and recovery, and it's a danger, it's a threat, it's undeniable, you have to be a little bit concerned. He brings that. Don DeMarco, foot champs at this point. Bastoni, I might be crazy. I've liked him all year, and even with less play styles, he still ended up with a good mixture, and it works with team of the season, and it's kind of worked over time. He just doesn't have the brand name for whatever reason that crosses over where you're paying the big bucks in the FC world or the landscape. Dump fries. I wish that EA provided him with a center back swap so you could have him as a fullback or a center back because he's built for it. Miss Fox, foot champs. David Beckham. We've used him enough. In fact, the most that he's ever played in any of my previous teams or previous years. I like the double fullback choice. You can do some providing out of the back. Bombito. Am I crazy for broken? I don't know, but that's what I'm leaning on immediately. Phil Foden. Going forward. Brilliant. A technician. He can score goals, provide, difficult to get off the ball. Some of the positioning on the defensive end, maybe even the body type or the sizing, that's where you might have questions, and I don't know if you'll get answers, but offensively, he is elite, and I like him for broken. Carlos Puyol never has an item. I'm going rank 1 because I don't know if he's going to get another chance to get on the actual pitch, the virtual pitch, any of the pitches. Holland, another GP type pickup. If you wanted to give credit, when he had the double dose where he had a striker version and a center back version, the CB overtook everything, and he ended up being such a problem. The athleticism, the body type, the recklessness, it all worked perfectly as a center back. I just don't think you could run him with the same degree presently. Kimmy has done so much for the club. He has been stellar. One of the best SBCs I completed on the year. The comp is looking too deep. Ronnie at a 97, he should be better, but I don't know that he is. I'm still looking at foot champs. Gwen has made the move, at least broken. Part of this new lady recognition, big upgrades. I mean, we could read the greens off the page if you like. You got skills, you have weak foot, left back, right back. I see broken. Gusto! And this is an example of you're paying a more expensive price because he plays for Chelsea. He's English, and there's not a lot of availability. I still see him more rank 1 than broken. Look at the collective. Look at the grouping. I gotta lock in. Gray, I don't think's getting into your lineup. As a midfielder, as a defender, it's going to be a pass. Greenwood with the 99s. Defending, physicality, 5 play styles, and I would play her out wide. Don't play her as a center back. She's still 5'5" or 5'6". Even if you're running up a lot of pro clubs, this is not the ideal build. Gonzalo Ignacio, part of the golden Portuguese versions and variations. You can have him in broken, you can have him in rank 1. I wouldn't be mad if you made an argument either way, but I'm going to start him at least in rank 1. Frimpong, a little bit dated, but he's done enough. Paredes, I prefer her in the midfield actually with this item. I'll still give her rank 1, and that might be the most friendly I'm going to be. Presence, or doesn't have that. Gabby might be dated, but I'm still giving him rank 1. I could still do the business with him. No questions asked. João Neves. Some of you might prefer him as a midfielder, not a fullback. But for now, he'll hold down an extra broken. Lukaku, better suited as a center back than a striker. Did have some positioning issues or concerns or questions, but I'll still put him into rank 1. Jordi Alba, a little messy link up for foot champs. Reece James, who has a cheaper but higher rated item. Lucio, I like him out wide. I don't know if that's a hot take. I'm not sure if it should be considered. We also put him into the midfield video. I like him there too. Teo Hernandez, I prefer him as a left back. It's unfortunate this item doesn't baseline and come with that as part of the procedure, because that's how we got used to. It's kind of the original bruiser. Lundqvist. I don't know why I deepen my voice when saying her name, but she's going to foot champs. Harry Maguire, not the fastest, not the most agile, but this is not a light upgrade by any means. Maicon, 90s everywhere, and he can do it all. For me, it's clear that he's in that top 10 leveling. If you completed the SBC, by all means, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Body type, skills, progression, regression, track back, ins, outs, intermixability, just Brazilian through and through. A little bit of flair, a touch of the sauce, or the sprinkling of some additional flavor. George's, and I realize some of you will swear by her, but she's too small for me as a center back. So she's still going to rank 1. Hakimi, and he might be trending down. This is not a list based on price point, but we should mention that you are going to pay a dumb premium for a player with competition that I would argue is better for cheaper. Hernandez, I don't love him. The brothers, not for me. Martinez was good for team of the season, just dated at this point. Koundé, I take all the way up to extra broken. Play him as a fullback, not a center back, but I think he's special. McCabe, she will surprise you, no doubts, not second guessing. Lothar, more of a midfielder. And if you play him as a center back, now you're dealing with that 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10" problem, but he is built with a little more weight to him. At least it feels that way. Pacho, and if you can't get the 96, you could go after the 95. Quite similar players. Rank 1 sits well with yours truly. Maldini, finally getting himself into the proper mix-ups, the proper conversations, the proper pedigree. EA has not done right by Maldini. I'd say for most people watching, you would consider him the greatest, if not one of the greatest defenders of all time. It's almost objective, not subjective to a certain degree. And we also made a video with his entire career on our second channel with the football records. If you have not subscribed, that we linked down below. That is of course a plug, and we highly appreciate all of you that have gone over early. We upload new videos there every single week. Spence to rank 1. I'm cool with it. Renato can join him. Rolfo, where do we start this back and forth? I just like having her on the pitch. Is she naturally a fullback with this item in particular? That might be the debate. That's when we get into the nitpicking and the details. She does include anticipate, and I love having her on the team. We'll go to broken. Romero, I almost always underplay or downplay him. That's not changing today. We're still staying in rank 1. Risa, I like a big fullback. If you're looking for a new option that costs you nothing, or a newish option, I wouldn't shy away from this type of pickup. Rudiger, still bolstering as a center back. Does he deserve better? Is rank 1 enough? This Ruben Diaz is nice. Intercept, anticipate, bruiser. I'm sort of protecting the upper categories. It feels that way, or it seems that way. Black, I still got issues with positioning. I know they got a bunch of upgrades, and he's not a bad body type for the position. I don't know if any of the goalkeepers came fully through. Pedro, even with all the upgrades, I don't think he stood out amongst the comp. I'm cool with the weekend, but not better. Alex Scott, what are we talking about? This gets me upset. How is Maldini a 98, but Alex Scott has somehow finessed her way into a 99? And they're good comparison players because they're both done playing. We're dealing with a hero and an icon. What does Maldini have to do in order to confirm that he should always be the highest rated or equal to the highest rated version of players that we have in the game for center backs or for defenders for this category? Marquinhos, I'm not in love with the center back. Go get the midfield version. That's still the best that I think you're going to buy into. Georgie, some of the things I've seen people do. I'm at the point where he might be the most affordable broken defender you're going to pick up. You can start doing some funky things. And then I'll bring Shesko, who I don't like that much, and he goes to foot champs. I don't know if I'm overshooting, if there's not enough proof, but I've gone up against a few versions of this Georgie item that have caused me so much despair. Kelly Smith, I think she's phenomenal. Is she best suited to be a defender for you or more of a winger? That's the question. She does have jockey and intercept, but I would prefer if she had a bruiser or anticipate. If you have her on the ball, spectacular. We've self-reflected. She's going into broken. Sanchez, probably not right now. The juice man, not the juice box. Got a lot of pace, enough to get him into rank 1. Ruben Neves might be caught between positions, even at a 97. You can play him as a left back, a right back, a center back. He's maybe 5'10", 5'11", but there was something missing when I used him. Saliba's still going broken. You can talk about it in the comments section. I got so much belief when he's leading the back line. Nelson Semedo, a name that we have not said for quite some time. Part of the Golden Portuguese. I'm okay with rank 1. Cucurella will also join him in rank 1. Mendy, if you have been grinding, is a sure thing to the absolutism that he will be at the top. Nuno Mendes, you could argue, is just as good, if not better, with the deserved 99s and absolute premium. I'd hate to say 3 in a row, but Rodri also has to be in my top 10. Left back, right back, center back. Proof of concept. I love this team of the year. Of course, Ballon d'Or winner. Jockey, anticipate, bruiser, 5-star skills, and a 5-star weak foot. Williamson, I would play her as a right back and another 99. There are a bunch of them. Chouameni, what a player. I support him as a center mid, a center defensive mid, and a center back. Zambrata, cheap SBC, but not really the best playstyles, and it makes a difference for this version, this upgrade, even with the 97 overall. Thuram, another combo player in action. Hard for me to deny a top 10 placement based on his production over the course of multiple items and different periods of the game, and this 97 is not lackluster. Very few players can play multiple positions and not have a major fall off. He's one of them. Ironically, some of you might argue that Carlos Alberto is even better. He's in a similar capacity. Zé Roberto, again, I'm conflicted because you're probably not playing him as a left back. He's going to be some sort of winger, maybe a center mid. He's a utility player you just want on the pitch. I struggle internally to not have him at least at broken, but I don't know that he actually would be broken as a defender first. Van Nistelrooy was a bit of a failed experiment. Better as a center back than a striker. Jonathan Tah, I would say, has done enough. That upgrade came out of nowhere for team of the season, sort of. Yap Stam, first instinct says top 10. He's got something different about him. More aggressive, more unified. Swarms attackers and midfielders. Right place, right time. Wins headers. I got a lot of compliments. Swanson, defensively, no. Van de Ven, fast, no question. Might be positioning for an extra broken. I'm going to put him here for now. Torre, when I go up against him, what I've seen people doing with this basically 7-foot giant, extra broken screams off the page. Could I be over-crediting? Maybe I am. From personal experience, I'm moving him down to broken. Upamecano, my type of center back. I love him. Might even make a case for extra broken. We'll hold that thought for now. Udogi does not have the play styles, but he is fast. Zanetti, it's just never been for me, so I'm going to be disrespectful. And then Virgil van Dijk. If you have grinded through everything in objectives, no doubt a top 10. I have his 97. You could include his 96 or some of his other versions if you'd like. At least extra broken. This is going to be a complicated review. As it stands, we already have 9 of the top 10. And who's going to battle it out? Lucy Bronze would be the easy favorite of all these 99s, but I'm giving it to Carlos Alberto. I like that combo, right back, center back. I've got more minutes with him. I've gone up against him a lot more. Van de Ven, Mickey has to move up. Dumfries, like him a lot. Bombito, don't sleep. I'm going to give the nod to Rudiger. He's done so much for us and over an extended period, which there has to be some level of consideration. Let me know your thoughts, and I will be reviewing all of your defensive setups if you want to put those below in the comment section. As always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP, and I appreciate all of you.